I want to pay tribute to Nigeria because not only you are the largest economy in our continent, not only you have one of the most robust growth in our continent, not only you have resurrected agriculture and you have taken so many initiatives, but you are the largest democracy in Africa. And what you have done in the lessons you have given to the world in the recent months, nobody has done in Africa, and everybody will try and replicate what you have done. My second message is, why the hell, having been 3 decades in private firms, I'm now the Prime Minister, and I've been so for the last 3 weeks. I hope that when you have succeeded in all your ventures, and it will be far quicker than 3 decades, I hope you join the administration, you join the community, and you share with your fellow citizens everything you will have learned, everything you will have experienced, because our citizens require that the political class be rejuvenated with you all, and even people old like me. Maybe I'm not a Prime Minister for more than, whatever, 3 months, 10 months, I don't know. What I know is that everything I do is a bit different. Everything I dream of is a bit different. And I will tell you why. Because the corporate world has some efficiencies that today all governments need. As His Excellency said, it's not in Kaduna State only that we need the efficiency, the good functioning government. We owe that to all citizens across Africa, and we have room to improve. I tell you, we have room to improve. We can bring, with the values and the experience of the corporate world, speed. I tell you, we were speaking of renewable energies. We can, in this country and the other side of the border, put in place in renewable energies. And I know that you have many projects in that type of energy in this room, in this auditorium. We can bring solutions, local, smart, based on technologies, grid technologies, photovoltaic technologies. We can bring solutions for our poorest communities in something which can be with the solar energy or the biomass, deployed in 4 months, 6 months, a year. Something very different from the centralized solutions. We can. Yes, we can. But we will not do it. We will not do it because we will prepare the project during 2-3 years, a project that we can deploy in 4 months. When you come from the private sector, it is just a scandal. You have to be able to prepare a project in 2 months and deploy it in 6 months when it's technically possible, and not 3 years and deploy it after that in 4 months. It is a scandal. You have to remain rebels. You need the spirit of being against absurd timings, absurd constraints, absurd red tape, absurd bureaucracy. You have to bring that in the government for it to become a good and functioning government. Second example, beyond speed, you need to consider your fellow citizens as your clients. You will have clients, each of you by definition, and you will be in competition, and you will be in a competition to serve your clients as efficiently as possible. Our citizens are not the clients of our administration. They have to be the kings. They have to be in the very center. I decided in terms of investment projects, of established companies as well as foreign direct investments entering in Benin, that the administration has now the duty to deliver all the administrative, regulatory acts. It's not for you as entrepreneurs to go from an office to another office and wait for bills and decrees and wait for signatures and spend and lose 1 year or 2 years for your project. It is for the administration to deliver that to you. We will revert completely the process. You are the clients of the administration like you will have clients. When you come back to the community, when you join the administration in 3 decades, come back to the community with this will to make the citizens the clients of the administration and not the reverse, the citizens, the slaves of the administration. It is a complete difference. But public service is not the same as market and for-profit service. There is a difference, and I see that every minute of the last 3 weeks. The difference is that your most important clients will be the poorest. The most privileged have to be the poorest. What is a scandal today is that they are not the poorest, and even the poorest are not the privileged. And even when you consider our budgets, if you analyze them, you will see something which is a scandal when you come from the private sector. Our budgets are an immense transfer of wealth from the poor to the rich. If you consider where the tax revenues come from, you will see it comes from the average citizen, the common man, subsidizing consumption of the richest. It is an immense transfer, which is the contrary of what has to be performed. And I will end up saying, when in 3 decades you come back like me to the administration, come back with the feeling that people is the very center. Thanks to people like Tony, finance now has been provided to Africa in far better volume and with a sophistication which is starting to be a good answer, a good response to our needs. We have in Africa today something that I will never have said 20 years ago, the financial means of performing our development, the sophistication, the proficiency, the institutions, and in many cases, including in this country, thanks to your central bank governor recently, the regulatory framework and the proper monetary policy. And there again, Nigeria has been quite an example and a role model. But we are not using this resource as we could. In Benin, out of all the financial flows of public development aid, we use 26% after 5 years of what has been granted to Benin. If we were just able to consume 50% of the financial flows, 50, it would be an immense progress in our ability to perform development. Same in terms of private financing. As we speak, our administration is too weak, too small. I absolutely subscribe to what the governor has said, saying that the Nigerian police has to be twice the number. It's absolutely true of all our countries. Security, education, public health, all that, all those public goods have to be performed by more people. We are unable to absorb the financing that we can access to. This, for you will see, will be a problem because you will need venture capital. And even if we have a revolution in venture capital in Africa, you will need even more. We have to make a huge effort to use efficiently all our financial assets and be able to absorb more financing better. And this has been initiated in this country and by men like Tony. And I will try and make my part of that. So you see, when I see you, I will not say I have a dream. I will not even say I have an expectation that you succeed. With your values, creative values, innovation-based values, ethical values, and this conviction that people is everything, more important than capital, people and their knowledge, people and their ambition. I have not a dream. I have not an expectation. I have a certainty that you are the winners. Thank you.